up, guys? So Sports back in with another video, and before I start, I just wanted to apologize for not uploading yesterday. I was at the beach all day. I had a good time, but now I'm back on the grind. And in today's video, I'm gonna start the What's Next series back up again. You know, it's been a while since I recorded one of these, but you know, let's get back into the flow of things. So for this What's Next, I wanted to talk about the Atlanta Hawks. And the Atlanta Hawks, I feel like, are a very underrated franchise, as they always seem to make the right moves. You know, when they let Paul Millsap walk and let Al Horford walk and traded Jeff Teague, you would think, oh, you know, maybe they're going to be rebuilding for a while, but this rebuild is accelerated, and it looks like this rebuild won't last long. So starting off, I wanted to start off with the key players from the Atlanta Hawks, and they have a few, actually. So starting off with the big dog for the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, talking about it, how they were able to get him with the 5th pick, trading their pick away to the Mavericks, and getting another first-round pick back, top 10 lottery pick back this year is great. But Trae Young, talk about a guy who averaged 19 and 7 in his rookie year. You know, he didn't shoot, you know, the ball well, but he's a point guard, a rookie point guard. Rookie point guards don't typically shoot the ball well. And, I mean, he is very Stephen Curry-like. Excuse me, but talk about a guy 6'3", can shoot the ball extremely well. Is a great playmaker. You know, he just has all the tools of being a successful NBA player, being a multi-time NBA All-Star, multi-time All-NBA player. That's definitely what I see in Trae Young. But continuing on his fantastic season, you know, he didn't start off the season particularly well, you know, but towards the end, post All-Star break, he just went on an incredible tear. You know, talking about it though, averaging whatever he averaged post All-Star break was fantastic, amazing. And then looking at his season as a whole, 19 and 7 from a rookie point guard. When has that ever been done? Since maybe you probably have to go back to what Mark Jackson averaged a double-double, I'm pretty sure, his rookie year. But I mean, man, he's gonna be amazing for years and years to come. For years to come. But yeah, moving on though, second player I want to talk about is John Collins. John Collins, talk about, I don't know, I think it was just outside of the lottery pick. Talk about a guy last year who showed extreme flashes that he could be a great 4. You know, he's extremely athletic, a great rebounder. And then this year he put it all together. He averaged 18 and 10 this year. Great for a second-year player. Again, like I said, extremely athletic, can rebound the ball well. Doesn't really have a shot, but he can work on that and be good. And I think he's an okay playmaker for a 4 guy. You know, he's a great player, and he can possibly move out to the 5 too if the 4 is not working for him because he can't shoot the ball well. You can always moving out to the 5 spot, be a center, because he's extremely athletic. You know, he's what, 6'10", 6'11", and even if that's slightly undersized, his athleticism will just make up for it. So that doesn't really matter. But yeah, great player. I think he will also be a multi-time All-Star. I don't know about a multi-time All-NBA player, but I can definitely see him making a couple of All-Star games. Moving on though, we want to talk about Kevin Huerter, who was a gem, diamond in the rough, I guess you could say. You know, great sharpshooter. He reminds me of like Joe Harris-ish, JJ Redick-ish, you know, because they can just shoot lights out. You know, that's their job, to just shoot the ball. He can shoot extremely well, you know, and it'll be great. And last time I want to talk about is DeAndre Bembry. Actually, not the last guy, but DeAndre Bembry. I don't know much about him. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch much about him, but I know he's a good defensively. You know, maybe he can be a good 3-and-D player. That's really it, a low usage type of guy. But now the last person I want to talk about was Alex Len. Alex Len was drafted by the Suns. I think he was a high draft pick. I think he was top 6. I think he was the 6th or 5th pick. Hadn't had a great start to his NBA career. Really wasn't good at all. You know, but maybe kind of show some life on the Atlanta Hawks. He was able to space the floor out for them. Good rebounder. I don't know. He just seems like a role player at this point in his career. I don't think he'll ever turn it around, but he was decent for them. Just wanted to talk about him really quickly. But yeah, those are the key players for me. I'm sorry if I missed any guys, but those are the guys that just off the top of my head. Moving on though, just want to talk about the draft for them and the trade that they just made. I think at this point it would be 2 days ago, trading Taurean Prince and a future second to the Brooklyn Nets for Allen Crabbe and the 17th overall pick. That changes a lot because now there's just more ammunition for them to trade up, potentially trading up with the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks there's been some reports that maybe they're looking to trade down to acquire more picks, which can be more assets to be used in an Anthony Davis trade. But that's really the only team that I see them training. Maybe the Lakers would, you know, in a similar like situation, try to do like something similar to what the Knicks are trying to do. But besides them, that's the only two teams that I see them trading up with. Now, there have been talks of maybe the Cavaliers. As a Cavs fan, please, Cleveland, do not trade with them. Do not. You need the 5th pick. Keep the 5th pick. Stay where you are and draft Jarrett Culver. I think Jarrett Culver would be great. That's all I'm gonna say though. I don't want to, you know, go too far, but yeah, talk about it in my draft predictions video. I had them going with Cam Reddish at 8th, Bol at 10th, and at 17th, I don't know, maybe they go a guard, Tyler Herro maybe, or maybe, I don't know if that's a reach or not. Nickel Alexander-Walker, if he's able to fall. They could go another big, Brandon Clark, and then maybe at the 10th pick, you don't go Bol. Maybe you go Romeo Langford. Would Romeo Langford fit this team? Maybe he's 6'6", he has good size. Maybe you go Kevin Porter Jr., you know. It's a lot of possibilities for them now, you know. But if I'm being honest with you, I do see them kind of trading up. I think for the Suns, I think it would make sense for the Suns to trade down with them and for them to trade up. Now, if Darius Garland is not there for Phoenix, I think you trade down. You trade down, you can draft, you know, you have more assets to use for the Phoenix Suns. And then, excuse me, for the Atlanta Hawks, you trade up to the 6th pick. Now you're a sure bet to be able to get Cam Reddish. Now you're a sure bet to be able to at least get like DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish. One of those two which would be great for their team. But I mean, hey, that's just a luxury they have. They have so many options. It's amazing for them to have these many options. So that's it really for every agency. But now, actually, now that I think about it, I think they have what, 5 or 6 total picks in this draft, and this draft is pretty deep. Yeah, they're gonna make some great moves. You know, if I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, I would be extremely excited right now. I would be extremely excited. So, excuse me. Moving on though, I just wanted to talk a little bit about free agency. Now, I don't think they'd make any moves, but I mean, if they were, maybe they can go after a low budget type of guy. One move that I think they should make is try to re-sign Dwayne Dedmon. Dwayne Dedmon is a great underrated center. He was in my underrated video. He just isn't talked about as much, and he can do, excuse me, oh my goodness, he can do what most of these centers are able to do. I mean, if you compare him to a guy like Clint Capella, you know, he can catch lobs. He's a great defender, you know, and he can space the floor out, something that Clint Capella can't do. And what, he's making $7 million a year compared to what, 20+ mil from Clint Capella? That's what I'm talking about. Now, he'll probably demand, he'll probably demand something more than maybe what the Hawks want to offer, and I don't know, he doesn't really fit the Hawks timeline. Thinking about it, their main guys, Trae Young, John Collins, are in their just finished their first and second season respectively, and Dwayne Dedmon is like 29. So by the time maybe they're trying to compete for a title, he's gonna be like 32, 33ish. Nah. So maybe he'll look to go sign with the contender right now, try to get a ring. I don't know. Does he have a ring? I think he was on that Spurs team that won in 2014. I think he was. I'm not too sure, but I mean, hey, maybe that's just him. But looking at it, low budget free agents that they can look to sign, guys like Terrence Ross would be good for this team. Trey Burke could be a good backup point guard for this team. Derek Collison could also be a good veteran backup point guard for them to look at. But there's also some speculation that they're going to try to be aggressive. I personally don't see it, but I mean, if they do want to be aggressive, go after a guy like Tobias Harris and then possibly move John Collins to the 5. That's a great starting 5 you have there with your draft picks, you know. Great. I don't know. If I'm the Hawks, I think I waited out another year, maybe 2 years, you know, because what you have here is special. You got a lot of great young guys. Just build around them. There's no reason to accelerate it, you know, because these guys are just going to get better. John Collins and Trae Young are just going to get better. It wouldn't make any sense at all to try and, you know, speed up the process. Just don't do it, you know. Excuse me. But yeah, that's really it for me. The Hawks have a bright future ahead of them. I think they will definitely be title contenders within the next 3 to 4 seasons. If what they're doing right now is continued, you know, they don't make any stupid decisions, they don't make any stupid trades, do anything excessive, I think they can be great. I think they can be very great. But I mean, like I said earlier, if you're a Hawks fan, I would be super excited right now. I'd be super excited, super ecstatic. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. What's Next series is back. I'm gonna have another video out tomorrow, but I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed. So Sports, and I'm out. Peace.